Hey everyone, Adam Rashid here with a new SketchVids tutorial series. This series is going to be on my favorite plugins for Sketch, and it's going to be a series of quick little videos that are only a few minutes long that go over each and every plugin that I love to use in Sketch. We're going to start off the series with a brand new plugin called Craft by InVision. If you don't already know, InVision is a prototyping app that natively or almost natively uses sketch files to create working prototypes. And they have a part of their company is called InVision Labs, where they make cool little things for the design community. And they actually just recently, about last week or a week before that, came out with Craft. It's a really cool plugin that allows you to populate your designs with real life data, either from the plugin itself or from online. So it has three different tools: type, photos, and duplicate. Type is generating text data or text content to really help populate your design with something other than lorem ipsum. This is really helpful if you have clients to show your work to, or even if you want to have your prototype user tested with real names or headlines and such. Second one is photos. This is similar to type, but instead of text, you can populate your divs or your placeholder images with either actual images from your folder or even Dropbox or my favorite, Unsplash. And furthermore, you can go online through their little website thing and get scrape data from websites. And then you have duplicate, which is sort of like the native duplication, and let's but it's a lot better. So let's dive right in. I started this document and populated it with some styles, as you can see right here. Let's do H1. Type something. I'd rather not. Let's use the type tool. Let's do headlines, and let's do travel. Cool. See, let's actually move that in a little bit. It came up with travel. How cool is that? Let's do 560. Cool. Actually, let's do 480. Okay. So we have this, and I want to, let's say we want to have an array of kind of blog titles with the date and who it's written by. So let's pretend we're making a front page of a blog. So underneath that, let's do a date. I've already picked date. Actually, let's do body. Perfect. And I want to come up with the date. So we do this. Boom. And they have different formats for the dates. We can also do this, but that doesn't really work with blogs. So let's just stick with this. Already looks kind of cool. And let's give it a little bit of spacing. Perfect. Underneath that, I want to do by. And finally, a name. For that, I want them to be able to click to the person's name. Let's give this some space. Oops, not this. This, some space. Perfect. And all right. So let's populate this with a name as well. Let's do either. Henry, Luna. Perfect. Okay. So now we have this, and I want to populate this whole thing, this whole page. So if you're just using Sketch without Craft, this is what you would normally do. You'd hold down Alt, and let's say this, pick on something like this, and Control D. The problem with this is you have the same exact content that you have to populate over and over and over again. Cool thing about craft is you select this, go to duplicate, and you do specific count, and let's do, I want 4 different counts with 32 pixel padding. And look at that. Well, it definitely screwed up on this one. It populated the other ones with, as you can see, not only different titles for the heading, but also different dates as well as different names, because this is essentially dynamically bringing in content from this plugin, and it took us a lot less time than it would have having to go through every single one, come up with a title, come up with a name, come up with a date, and just kind of copy paste that all over again, dude. So let's delete this one for now. Actually, we don't have to delete it. We can do this, and let's just go to type and headline and travel. Boom. You know, the only gripe I have about this is when it's populating data. As you can see, this one isn't as long as the other ones, so you have to manually go in and change it, but that's still nothing compared to how long it would take normally. It's 10. Perfect. And same with this. Okay, and we can, of course, 32 and 32. Very cool, right? Now let's put this over here for now. Let's put this. That's another little quirk in there. Actually, let's delete these and work with images. So let's say you have another blog that you're 300 by 200 ish. All right. Okay. So you have another blog that you're gonna show thumbnails on, and this will be a heading you can put underneath. Okay, so this is what we can do is go to the type headline. Let's do a tech-based blog. It's a little long. Let's do other one. Perfect. Of course, it's gonna be different throughout. Give this some space. That's good. And let's populate this as well. Let's go to Unsplash and search category. And let's do technology. Place photos. How cool is that? So we can now, of course, do this, and I go to duplicate again. And I want to do vertically as well as horizontally. Let's do horizontally twice, and let's do 32. Actually, let's do 48 and 48 on that as well. Actually, no, let's do 32 for this. I'm just kind of playing around the numbers in my head. Let's duplicate that content. How cool is that? Of course, we need to tweak this a bit. So, just gonna make this longer, and make this about 48 pixels. Cool. Let's check it out. We did this within 2 minutes. Without having to explain it, can be done under a minute. As you can see, it saves you a lot of time, all while keeping that kind of realism to the data that you want. It really helps you visualize what the website's going to look like far better than Lorem Ipsum would, especially because the titles it comes up with are pre-populated by humans. I've added this custom Lorem Ipsum in case you wanted to do that, and you can do that yourself as well. Let's show you how to do that right now. Let's go to click this edit thing, add action. Let's do custom action, and then you can do let's say things on my desk. Let's do lamp receipts. These are actually things on my desk right now. USB charger, calculator, headphones, mic, water bottle, and books. Let's save that with the king. So let's delete these all, and let's do a simple text right here. Yeah, each one's fine. Let's do things on my desk. Boom. And let's duplicate it. You can see it randomly kind of picks this. I wish they had a method of not duplicating content, but I guess that's a little quirk. I'm sure they're going to work on it in the future. Again, this populated stuff from whoa, I didn't know you can kind of, all right, it's cool too. You can select all and do that. You can do the same with emails, as well as dates, as well as currency. Let's do, yeah, 0.99. Very cool. Addresses. Articles I try to stay away from because it generates huge articles like this. You have no control over the number of paragraphs, but everything else is solid. You can do romantic getaways, you can do motivation, you can do colors too, which is pretty cool, and countries. And of course, you can go to the web. Let's check out Smashing Magazine. And let's click on, cool as that. So if any div you click on, it looks at what type of div it is and populates data from there. So you have web dev, reading list, then you have free fonts, personality, and you have quick tips somewhere down there. So yeah, it populates stuff like that. You can also do you can click on different links, but I like sticking to the headlines. And you can even click on comments and free fonts. Yeah, so you get the gist of that. You can do the same with web. Let's delete this. Let's do a bunch of squares just like this. Let's go to, this is really cool. If you want to generate faces for your prototype or for your design, you can go to uifaces.com. It's pretty cool. You can click on this, and let's duplicate this as well. For this, of course, when you're pulling stuff off the web specifically, you need to do it individually, but still it's way faster than you would copying and pasting everything. You can do 3 at a time. Oh, wow, okay. Actually, you can do everything. And this is like my third time using it. But yeah, way faster than really any other method out there of populating your elements with real life data. And the folder, of course, it's simple. You go select everything. Say I would have all these in a folder. You go to that folder and place photos, and it'll automatically generate data from that photo. So yeah, that wraps it up. This again is the Craft plugin from InVision App. You can go to envisionapp.com/craft, and it's once you download this, it's literally a one-click install, or very easy to use. And I will definitely be using this plugin not just for the videos, but my actual client work as well. So I hope you like this one. Next week, I will go over another plugin that I love using. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. Bye.